find more, and there's no way for us to get out of poverty.
Next question.
I heard your speech about tech companies in Africa. So, what kind of strategies do you think tech companies in Africa should have? Because we're saying that they should rethink the strategies in looking at Africa. So, what kind of strategies are you looking at here?
I think for me, I want to emphasize the issue of collaboration. Africa can't do it alone. Many African countries, even South Africa, which have to borrow a large part of the budget just to sustain themselves in government and to promote, to make sure economic development happens, and there's the issue of sustainability. So we are not investing enough in research and development. We are not investing enough in terms of educating our populace, in terms of the right education. There are very few countries, perhaps Rwanda and perhaps Kenya, are doing something in terms of that, but I also don't think they're doing enough that it actually can turn around, that will bridge the digital divide between us as Africa and the West. So that's why I was imploring most of the tech companies here to think about collaboration with tech companies in Africa. And most of the tech companies are small, they're driven by young people like you. And so instead of taking the intellectual, let's say the intellectual development, human development in Africa, where there's what I call brain drain of our intelligent people, we have to keep them in Africa so that there's a transference of knowledge and skills in Africa. And those who are trained can train more of the youth.
At the fireside, you talk about the gap created by affordability.
I want to talk more on this. How can Africa really bridge this gap?
I think that Africa, as I said, where do most of the resources come from? They come from Africa. If you look at Nigeria, you have oil, but you have very little production that's happening in terms of downstreaming industries. And what is stopping Nigeria creating the downstreaming industries out of oil? What is stopping it? There are very few refineries in Nigeria, isn't it? And South Africa and Nigeria could be supplying the whole of the subcontinent with petroleum products. And not that we export them. What we have been good at Africa is that we have resources, we export them as raw materials. We don't beneficiate them. And then we bring them as finished goods from Europe and pay heavy duties on them. That mindset has got to change. That mindset has got to change.